On September 23, 2024, Everton Football Club announced a landmark agreement for the sale of Blue Heaven Holdings' majority stake in the club to the Friedkin Group, led by American billionaire Dan Friedkin. This move is set to usher in a new era for the historic club, pending regulatory approval from governing bodies, including the Premier League, Football Association, and Financial Conduct Authority. Farhad Moshiri, the Monaco-based British-Iranian businessman, who has held a controlling stake of 94% in Everton since 2016, agreed to sell his shares to Friedkin. Moshiri's tenure, marked by significant financial investments and struggles to meet Premier League financial regulations, culminated in this sale, which many see as a necessary step towards stabilizing the club. The Friedkin Group, already a major force in European football with ownership of Italian club AS Roma, expressed excitement about the acquisition. A spokesperson from the group stated, "We are pleased to have reached an agreement to become custodians of this iconic football club. We look forward to providing stability and sharing our vision for its future, including the completion of the new Everton Stadium at Bramley-Moore Dock." Everton, one of England's most storied football clubs, has faced increasing financial pressure in recent years. Inconsistent performances, high spending on players that didn't deliver expected results, and the financial burdens of building a new stadium at Bramley-Moore Dock have all contributed to the club's struggles. The COVID-19 pandemic only exacerbated these challenges as the club breached Premier League financial fair play regulations, resulting in points deductions and fines. During the 2023-24 season, Everton was docked 10 points for financial irregularities, later reduced to 6 points, which made their battle against relegation even more intense. The club narrowly avoided relegation, finishing 8 points clear of the drop zone with 40 points from 38 games. However, ongoing financial breaches in 2024 left Everton facing the possibility of another points deduction, further jeopardizing their future in the Premier League. In the 2024-25 season, Everton started poorly, securing just 1 point from their first 4 games. A 1-1 draw against Leicester City saw them tied with Southampton and Wolves at the bottom of the table, highlighting the critical need for stability and fresh leadership. Moshiri, who acquired a significant stake in Everton in 2016, increased his holdings to over 90% in the following years. His era saw large investments in the playing squad, but consistent underperformance on the pitch and rising debt led to a precarious financial situation. By late 2023, Moshiri began searching for a buyer or significant investor to help stabilize the club. Interest from American investors in Everton grew significantly during this period. 777 Partners, a Miami-based investment firm, had been in talks for a full takeover but faced complications related to financial commitments and ongoing debts at Everton. John Textor, part owner of Crystal Palace, also expressed interest in acquiring Everton but was unable to proceed due to Premier League regulations preventing ownership in multiple clubs. It was the Friedkin Group, however, that managed to strike a deal. Following a complicated process of negotiations, addressing debts and loans linked to 777 partners and other creditors, the deal with Blue Heaven Holdings was confirmed. Who is Dan Friedkin? Dan Friedkin, a Texas-based billionaire, owns the Friedkin Group, a diverse conglomerate with interests in automotive distribution, luxury resorts, and film production. The group owns Gulf States Toyota, one of the largest independent Toyota distributors in the United States, and a portfolio of luxury resorts under the Auberge Resorts Collection. In the entertainment industry, Friedkin co-founded the film studio Imperative Entertainment and was involved in producing award-winning films such as Parasite and Dunkirk. In addition to his business ventures, Friedkin is a passionate conservationist, flying vintage military aircraft in air shows and managing conservation projects in Africa through the Friedkin Conservation Fund. In 2020, Friedkin expanded his business interests into European football by purchasing Italian Serie A club AS Roma for $591 million. His tenure at Roma included the hiring of Jose Mourinho, who led the club to victory in the Europa Conference League. Friedkin's acquisition of Everton signals his continued commitment to football. His approach to club ownership, focusing on fan engagement and long-term sustainability, could bring the fresh leadership that Everton desperately needs. The sale of Everton to the Friedkin Group represents the latest in a growing trend of U.S. investment in Premier League clubs. Following in the footsteps of the Glazers at Manchester United, Fenway Sports Group at Liverpool, and Todd Boehly's consortium at Chelsea. With regulatory approvals pending, Everton fans hope that this change in ownership will not only resolve the club's financial woes, but also restore stability and ambition to a club that has struggled in recent years. The Friedkin Group's vision includes completing the new stadium at Bramley-Moore Dock and returning Everton to the upper echelons of English football, marking the beginning of a new chapter in the club's rich history.